It's happy hour, but I'm tired of chips and dips and hummus, so let's elevate things with my Mini Brie Tarts. A combination of pastry, brie cheese, and fruit are baked together to make a savory and sweet bite. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. We're starting out with a little appetizer. Today, we're going to make my Mini Brie Tarts. They're super good, a little elegant, but delicious. So let's get started. Now the first thing I'm doing is I preheated my oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 180 Celsius. Standard thing to do, right? Now these little tarts are made with pie crust. I am using my favorite store-bought pie crust. Use whatever brand you like. And you might be a little surprised that I'm using all store-bought ingredients today. Well, I don't make enough pie, so I'm not very good at pie crust, so I prefer to buy it. And these sheets are so simple, they're wonderful. I'm just going to use a little biscuit cutter to cut this out. But maybe you don't have a biscuit cutter. You can use a shot glass and a paring knife, and you'll get one about the right size you need. This is how simple it is. Straight down, and there it goes. And I'm going to put these in my little mini muffin tin. I love these little mini muffin tins because you can make so many things with them. And if you don't have one, I will leave you a link to one that's very affordable. But they're just so wonderful to have in your arsenal of kitchen equipment. So this is how fast these go. And we're just cutting out the rounds to make the crust for the tart and putting them right in the little tart pan. Now you don't even need to spray it with cooking spray or anything. There's enough fat in the pie crust that these will come out on their own. All right, couple more. You see how fast I'm going and how easy it is. Now our pan is all ready. Let's clear this out of the way. And don't worry, I'll use this for something else later. We won't be wasting food. Now let's talk about brie. Brie is a soft cheese. It's very mild. And it's a French cheese, and it's usually made in one of the 4 Brie regions of France. This is the kind I got. This is a small wheel, 13 ounces, about 370 grams. Sometimes you'll see great big giant wheels like at the holidays, but this is what you see most of the time. And this is what it looks like. Now, it has this white rind. It's all completely edible. It's very soft cheese, and it's mild, but it has a nice flavor. Now you may see where it says double cream or triple cream on the label. What's the difference? The double cream has a minimum of 60% butter fat, and as it comes to room temperature, it will start to get soft, and you can see it's getting a little oozy right in the center there. Triple cream has a minimum of 75% butter fat. It's firmer, it's much richer, it's almost like butter. Now, one big difference is the triple cream, I find when I cook with it, it melts a lot faster than the double cream. So for this, I prefer to use a double cream brie, and I prefer to just eat the triple cream on its own. So all I did was I diced it up. We're just going to put a small piece in each little tart. And as I said, the rind is completely edible. Some people like to cut it off. I don't. It really doesn't have any flavor. Okay. Now I'm just going to do a few and then show you how to assemble them. Now we want to add a little flavor. So I have 2 flavors here. I am using, again, a store-bought ingredient of a pastry filling. I like these because they're not as sweet as a jam or a jelly, and they're really thick. So when you cook with them, they're not going to completely liquefy. Now, these come in lots of different flavors. If you can't find something like this, you can use a preserve or a jam or jelly. I would try not to, because a jelly especially is going to completely liquefy. It'll soak right through the tart shell and kind of not be as good as something like this. Now today I'm using cherry and apricot as 2 flavors, but this comes in lemon and poppy seed and apple, prune, all kinds of flavors. So get what you like. But these are my favorites. Now it's simple. A little spoonful, not even a teaspoonful, and we're just going to dollop it right on top of the cheese. Now I will say, try not to overfill it with the filling. You're going to anyway, because I always do, but try not to. You really don't need a lot, because the cheese is going to melt, and this will come with it, and it's all going to combine. So that's how simple it is. Let me do a couple cherry ones. That needs a little more. Look at the red in this cherry. How beautiful is that? Now this is one of the things that I always keep around the ingredients for, in case I have what I call desperation entertainment. You know, your neighbor stops by, your mother-in-law stops by, and or like us, you invite people at the last minute. All right, and look how fast that goes. Okay, I'm going to fill the rest of these, and then we're going to go off to the ovens. Tiny bit more of that one. Okay. All right, these are all ready. Look how pretty they are. Red and gold. How gorgeous. Now they're all ready for the oven. Remember, we're going into a 350 degree Fahrenheit, 180 degrees Celsius oven. We're going to bake these for 10 to 15 minutes, or until the cheese is all melted and the crust is light golden. So off to the ovens we go. And here we are, all out of the oven. Look how beautiful they are. Now we'll let these cool down for about 10 minutes so I can touch the pan. Now we just want to loosen them. I have a little paring knife, and you see where some of the cheese bubbled up, and that's okay. That's what you want. But see, just a little paring knife right around. We'll loosen them up just that easily. And a lot of times you don't even need that. They'll come right out. So here they are. This was so easy to make. And this is something that you can keep these ingredients in your pantry all the time when you need them. Now, let's do the tasting. Well, I'm eager. I'm going to try cherry one. I'm just in a cherry mood today. Look at that. It's still a little warm. Cheese is all gooey, rich. And then you get that sharp bite from the cherry. It's a little bit of sweetness that balances it all out. Now, what's really great about these, you can put these out at your party. They can be served still a little warm like this. They can be served at room temperature, and they will just sit and be happy. And you can assemble all this ahead of time. I've often done this the night before, where I've got it all assembled. And then the day of my party, when I'm ready, I pop it in the oven and bake it off before my guests get here. I've also pre-baked them and then just warmed them in a lower oven, say around 325 Fahrenheit or 165 Celsius. I just put them in for 5 or 10 minutes just to give them a little warm up. So these are our Mini Brie Tarts. Now, need a little sip. That's a nice match too. We will see you on Tuesdays for our regular episodes, Fridays for basic skills or cocktails, and keep watching on our Sundays when we do live streams. Now I'm going to have a few more of these, and while I do that, I want you to watch some of these episodes over here. Until next time, cheers.